Hello everyone, Helping Heritage here, and today we're going to ask the question, what is heritage? The Oxford Dictionary defines it as three ways: a property that is or may be inherited, valued objects and qualities such as historic buildings and cultural traditions that have been passed down from previous generations, and relating to things of historic or cultural value that are worthy of preservation. The thing to notice of this definition is the importance of property and the idea of inheritance and conservation. This means, by that definition, that heritage is something that can be passed from one generation to the next, something that can be conserved or inherited, and something that has historic or cultural value. Heritage might be understood normally to be a physical object or a piece of property that is able to be owned and passed on to someone else. But is that truly always the case? Over many years, the idea of physical objects and places of heritage being important can be seen around the world, from the White House to the pyramids. One thing that has emerged is the practice of heritage known as tangible heritage. Intangible heritage could seem odd at first, but if heritage is something physical, how can we not see it or hold? Things like languages, cultures, songs, dances, things that are practiced and learned from one generation to the next, are now seen as important as a citadel when thinking about heritage. Here's an example. Let's take Notre Dame, a well-known church in France, written in literatures for years, has regular gatherings of people with beautiful Gothic architecture. The roof is in terrible shape, and the engineer says the only way to save the building is if no one's allowed to enter. Sure, you might save the building, but you lost a sense of place and tradition, of people experiencing the church as a church, a public space, a gathering spot, giving no importance to the building other than it's old and pretty, and with the possibility of losing public interest. These thoughts on heritage help us decide as a community which memories to keep, forget, or build over. Practices of heritage are custom and habits that form who we are and help us create collective social memory. There are also the natural heritage, which usually is landscapes and ecological systems that are mostly plant life and biodiversity, or the idea of heritage being used to describe a set of values or principles, which relate to the past or just old and outdated. Heritage, in all fact, is a very difficult concept to define. Most people have an idea what heritage is and what kind of thing could be described in terms of heritage. Most people, too, recognize the existence of official heritage that could be opposite of their own personal or collective ones, things like family heritage and past roles that people have taken. Overall, it's been suggested earlier that it could understand to include objects, places, and practices that have some significance to the present, which relates to the past. Still, what's your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below, and I hope to see you again.